Hi, welcome back to West Coast Geeks. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? So today I just purchased a Dungeon Tiles Reincarnated Wilderness. So I'm currently running in this campaign right now, which is Into the Borders, and they converted it for 5th edition, which I thought was cool. So I'm taking my group of players and I'm putting them in the Wold of Greyhawk. And this adventure, well, first of all, the fact that they converted it to 5th edition I thought was nice because it means I don't have to convert it to 5th edition. But they have a map. Oh, they got several maps. Like, here's a map of the keep. I got some notes up there. But a little bit further, here we go. So this is the wilderness map. And as you can see, there's forests, you have plains, you have swamps, you have woods, you have plateaus, roads, and more woods. So for those of you who, after you buy your starter set, there's a lot of woods usually in starter sets. They have you start off in the woods. That's like a heavy theme in D&D. Most settings are in the woods or near the woods, with a few exceptions, of course. But so I thought I'd crack this open and show you what you get. I'm also going to be splicing in some other videos of showing some play uses with this. So I currently have a hex playmat, and it's just a tan color, and you draw on it and you make your dungeons. But I have a friend, who give a shout out to my boy Sean, who currently has a 3D printer. Has a 3D printer and is starting to make terrains for us, and more importantly, dungeon walls and doors. So I appreciate that. So what I thought would happen would be when they're going through the woods. Get this cool little box. And it looks like you could use this box for an actual grid, which is nice. And then you get all of these. And you get the cardboard to, I guess, this, by allowing these gaps in here, if you keep it like that, you don't have to, be messing around. And I don't have anything sharp. Gotta improvise, people. It's my headset. I'll try not to damage this. I should have thought of this beforehand. I maybe had an X-Acto knife, but either way. If you want to be a good DM, you're going to have to learn to improvise, people. Because your players will always go in another direction. Even though you spent 2 weeks preparing for the final boss or the climax for your adventure, and then they're just like, nope, we're going to go ahead the other way. But you have to go this way. Nah, we're good with this. We're done. Aww. So right here, it looks like you have a pit, which is, I guess you could use this for anything. People are dug in. You have a small pit. You have a ballista. You have arrows or bolts for the ballista. On the other side, right here, you look like like this was dug in. It seems like it's a blast. And this part right here seems like the hole, whatever the hole was, is covered up. And you have some wooden practice dummies, it looks like. And for whatever reason, they want to show that a fight happened. So you could actually take this piece and this piece, right? And you could put those in here to tell your story. Like, oh, you come across this field and you notice there's a hole, and as they get closer, they look down And I know it's a whole bunch of dead soldiers, and there's a ballistic that's been destroyed. Put that there so I don't lose these pieces. I'm not going to be popping out all of them, but in this case I will. Ziploc bags are probably going to be your friends when it comes to D&D. Also here, it looks like you have the beginnings of, you can make a wall for a fort. That is one big battling ram. So, you know, this is if they're going to be attacking a city. I mean, I can't see you just knocking over a regular door with this, but it looks like 8 people. So yeah, this is for like sieges. They could come across what resembled an abandoned wall, or you can have like a breakdown of a wall or a fort. This I like, where you have the stairs leading down. And on the flip side, you have a little like swamp or pond. Actually, this is a little pond. Once again, you have them digging, if they're starting to build a fort, once again, a little pit hole. And tents, which are nice because there are sometimes you come across other, like an army or a mini army, and you want to show that they have tents. Or for those of you who, your adventurers, they buy a tent, now you have a tent. And WizKids sells a whole bunch of accessories like sleeping bags and other things. Like, you don't have to get this stuff, but I'm just telling you, is as you start to get into collecting Dungeons and Dragons and playing, these little things are just add-ons or extras, but they look cool once you use them, which I'm going to be using them for tonight's game, or at least some of them. Here's another field that they can come across. Have some stones, and this looks like it could be man-made, or you could say an earthquake just happened. And they have this showing a river. This could be a no, that's not a dried up river. And here's perfect. So your party settles down for the night, and it shows their adventuring gear, and they're next to a tree, and they set up their tents. And now you have their positions, because I've asked my parties, like, well, how are you setting up camp? Well, you can bust this out, and people can start using it. Here's cool because it has a road and another little pond. I do not know what these symbols mean. I don't even think they give you a, well, we'll find out. We haven't got to the end yet. Here's like a little mini Stonehenge, it looks like. As you can see right here with the shadows showing that you're getting a top view of this. Here's a river. Get another road, and this is like, seems like that's just a duplicate, but when you cross it to the side, get another river and a road, and now you have a tower. So it looks like you could build a whole like scenario. So for those of you who want to create your own adventures, you could have the water leading like this. There's just so many possibilities that you could do with this. Oh, wait, got ahead of myself. So, tower, broken tower, looks cool. I gotta be spreading these like here so you can see them. Right here is a bridge. I feel like I'm playing that game, Carcassonne. Those of you who ever played that tile game. So you got a bridge, you got some water, another little pond. Right here you have a little mini cliff. And once again, you have another cliff, like a plateau. And depending on how big you want to make it, you know, you can say it's like 5 to 10 feet, because it doesn't look that big, but it's the bridge. And right here, we have a little circle, tree trunk, little bamboos that you can make for a raft. So if your party says we're going to make a raft, Or you could have a little rowboat scenario where in theory it should be able to fit. They should have made this bigger because if you're going to imply that it can fit 4 people, but I know why they did this. So the rowboat generally holds up to, depending on how big it is, anywhere between 2 and 6 people. So you could just say you could fit 3 but 2 comfortably. Or you could just draw further lines around it to show that it's actually a little bit bigger. But I actually like this. Or do I? I don't know. I'm going back and forth. Right here, little encounter. We could have like a store, a general store. This is an outpost, and here's a pier. Now this is cool for like little swamps. Once again, another rowboat. And another little pontoon, not a pontoon, I'm not sure what that's called, but another little homemade raft, and a lizard style statue. So, and it looks like they're going on these ones a little swamp now, which is nice. And so now right here you have the edge. Another bridge, more river, has like a swamp effect to it. More swamps. There's a tree. And I don't know if they want these arrows to indicate this is the direction it should be, but, you know, you can do whatever you want. I hope they give something. I didn't see anything that would explain what are these triangles. If anybody knows what these triangles are, leave a comment down below. Would appreciate it. So more bridges, a long bridge, short bridge, more ponds in your swamp. Again, more swamp scenes and rivers, or rivers, but you can also say that they're swamps. You get little trees. I feel like Bob Ross, happy trees. Again, the combinations you can do on these are nice because you don't have to use these every time, because if you're using these every time, then some of the players will get, you know, like, oh, we've seen this formation. But every now and then, it's cool to pull these out and use them. The price on this was $24.99, and I bought this at Round the Table, located in Lindenwood, Washington, which is close by Seattle. So come on by, say hi to Nick and Tim. Not Tick. Okay, once again, we have some, like, you know, here's a well, here's another little statue, stones that show that, you know, they've been broken. Nice little forest scene where this could be the beginning of a camp, and you can use these to block off other areas. Stone tablets. Again, nice little thick forest areas. More forest. So this could be at the very beginning to show that, you know, it's starting to go thick. A little pathway that leads to some boulders. I don't know, maybe a secret passage could be under there. Another fallen tree. Use that for cover. Dungeon tiles, meant for like a fallen temple style scenario. And we have some desert. So this is cool. I wasn't expecting the desert. And once again, here's a little plateau. I guess this could be some water. Just to show that it's a little oasis, palm tree. Those arrows are killing me. I really wish I knew what they were. Again, more plateaus and some water. More desert. And to show the beginning of the desert, which is cool. Once again, oasis type scenarios with some rivers. Oh, this is a little bit better. You got a boat that can at least hold 4 people. You got some tents. This one's cool because it has a little sail. Again, more desert, but it's towards the end, or beach that's going towards the ocean. You can have it. Excuse me. And the last is more deserts. Again, little plateaus that you can say that are 5 to 10 feet. That's how I'd recommend using them, to at least give soft cover behind, or hard cover, depending on how big you want your creature hiding behind these. I mean, this looks like this is like some tracks, and a lot of ocean, and beginning into this could be a lake, but ocean, whatever you want to do. So all in all, $24 for all of these little accessories to help you improve your game for me, it's worth it. I mean, it's worth it for me because I bought it. And I'm going to get some early use out of this because, like I said, I'm going to be playing tonight. And I don't know if I'm going to use this. Maybe this one. So that should do it. At the beginning of the video, because this is already getting up there, I'm just going to be taking some pictures of the terrain use, how I'm using them, and with some figures, so you can get an idea of what I'm doing with my campaign. And hopefully I'll be having some videos soon about my campaign and what we're doing. So that should do it, people. Hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment below. Tell me if you're buying these type of accessories, or do you plan to? And if you don't plan to, why not? Is the price? You think the price is a little bit too high? Is the you expecting a little bit more? And that's why these videos are helpful, because you get to see what's actually inside, and so you can make the determination if this is for you. So like I said, I do not know what those little triangle symbols were. If anybody knows, please leave a comment below. I would greatly appreciate it. And we'll leave it at that. Take care, people.